This is the Kitchen Sink WP podcast, episode 346.
I program my home computer.
We have a server crash, 404 error, page not found, links aren't working, system is crashing, system is crashing, system is crashing.
Your old HTML website, barely alive. We have the technology. We have WordPress. A new website, better than it was before. Better, stronger, faster. Why, hello everybody. This is Adam Silver, the host of the Kitchen Sink WP podcast. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. All right, first and foremost, upcoming events. We have a whole bunch in the next week or so. Starting with WooSesh, October 13th and 14th. It's free. You sign up for free online. It's over at WooSesh.com. It's pretty cool, and check that out. There's also WordCamp Italia online, October 16th and 17th. WordCamp Los Angeles, California, October 17th and 18th. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that WordCamp because, well, it's where I got my start. Well, sort of. Anyway, but yeah, Los Angeles. I was in that team a long time ago, and I'm going to probably jump in there and watch a few things. And there's, I think, an open space in that time frame, like the afternoon on Saturday. So check that out. And last but not least, the WP Agency Summit, October 12th through 16th, 4 days. And FYI, I am a part of that summit. So check it out. I talked about running an agency. I was interviewed by Jan. Very fun, very cool guy. And check that out as well. All right, so that is it for the events. Yeah, that's it. Moving on, segment one in the news. Only one thing here I want to mention. WordFence reported a security vulnerability from WP Bakery. People using the WP Bakery plugin and site builder, 4 million sites. And I have actually a client that uses this. We did not build it, so we have updated it. So there you go. It was brought to their attention back in July, and it's been documented. Pretty interesting. It was a score of a 6.4 medium issue, but still, you want to make sure it's anything before 6.4 version, I guess. So make sure if you're running that, update it because it has a cross-site scripting vulnerability is the issue there. So check that out as well. Is that it? Yeah, that is it for the news. Moving on to this week's meat and potatoes. But before that, I wanted to mention our this week's sponsor. Did you know that on average, 30,000 new websites are hacked each day? WordPress sites can be an easy target for attacks because of plugin vulnerabilities, weak passwords, and obsolete software. It's true. Additionally, most WordPress admins don't know they're even vulnerable. But iTheme Security works to lock down WordPress, fix common holes, stop automated attacks, and strengthen user credentials. iTheme Security Pro takes the guesswork out of WordPress security. You shouldn't have to be a security professional to use a security plugin. So iTheme Security Pro makes it easy to secure and protect your WordPress website. Designed to keep the bad guys out with brute force protection, file change detection, session hijacking protection, and two-factor authentication, and a real-time security dashboard to track and secure your activities on the website. It's really, really cool. Trust me on this. So if you're looking for a powerful WordPress security plugin to secure and protect your WordPress website, look no further than iTheme Security Pro. Head over to ithemes.com/security, use code SYNCWP, and save 25% off of your purchase. Thanks again to iTheme Security Pro for sponsoring this week's podcast. And moving on now to segment 2, the meat potatoes. We are talking about another WordPress alternative. This one is because, well, I've been doing a series now. This is part 7, another month, another evaluation. As always, it's good to know what's out there, the options that are out there as well. And this week I dove into CraftCMS. Oddly enough, I actually had heard about CraftCMS before the latest WP drama. In case you missed that drama, short version, W3C selected CraftCMS as their redesign project, and they dropped WordPress from its consideration a few weeks prior to that. There was some drama there. I'm not going to be a part of that. So moving on from that, let's dive in. So I looked at the website, which I've looked at before because, like I said, it was on my list to review. It's nice. It's clean. A few content features they pull out are custom fields, section types, relationships, categories, and tags. Sounds pretty familiar stuff. Some of the management highlights that they mentioned on their own website are live preview, asset management, user management, and then some of the admin things were plugin store, debug toolbar, and templates. So I'm like, okay, cool. So it's time to test it. And I'm trying to, I've been doing a consistent test across all these different platforms to build my buddy Chris's real estate website. So it looks like I can download it, install it locally on a server, and have it hosted for me in a managed way. And we'll talk about that in a little bit here. But they have a demo available. So I went ahead and just kind of went easy to see what the demo looks like so I can get my head wrapped around it, kind of like what I did with one of the other ones. I think it was Tilda or or ghost. So I signed up, entered my name and email, and I got access in under 30 seconds. And it tells me that the site auto deletes in 48 hours, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't need to worry about it anymore. And I will probably get some emails, but I'll just unsubscribe. So there's that. All right. So the demo site front end looks nice. It presented a brewery beer site as a demo sample site. Looks cool. Great. Logged into the admin side, and right off the bat, I see what looks very familiar, left column, with settings and options that include dashboard, entered, globals, assets, users, GraphQL, utils, settings, plugin store. On the main section of the page, to the right, if you will, I see a few widgets and the ability to add widgets. Some of those are post new news entry, post new work entry, recent entries, and craft news. It kind of reminds me of like WordPress news and events. And then poking around, the dashboard is customizable. You can move things around, but it's not drag and droppable, kind of like how we have in the WordPress dashboard. And again, the goal is to build a real estate site, landing page, some additional pages, contact, about, etc. Even maybe a single page site if need be. So diving into that, I'm like, okay, what do I do next? I headed over to settings, went to general, changed the logo. Boom, easy enough. So far, so good. I then went to sites, and I can give the site a name. I changed it from the brewery site to my buddy Chris's site. And then I kept poking around. I was looking like, okay, what's next? Like routes, navigation. So I think I went to routes, and then I did go to routes, and I'm guessing that's the navigation menu. I changed those. Didn't see a change anywhere else. It was weird. So it took me a few more minutes to figure out how to change and update content, and that appears in the front end. And I found that over entries, under site pages, under singles. And then I saw homepage, how it's made, what's on tap. I'm like, okay, clicking the homepage, I can see that it looks like it's a page builder. It's interesting. It reminds me almost like I have some clients that are running Site Origin, some older page builders, and it looks like that modular interface. Even like WP Bakery has this, right? And I can't say I love it because I don't. I definitely see the hero image, testimonials, client logos. So this single page has these modules that are attached to it, and I didn't know where in the site to go and change that to add more stuff. So it's not drag and droppable from the front end in any which way. You're given a page, you're given a template, if you will, and that's what you can control in that area of single page dash singles. So, all right. Interestingly enough, I changed out the hero image, I changed out some text, but after spending some more time on the site, a couple of hours over the last couple of days and stuff, even watching a few videos for my own education, I'm pretty much done and ready to call it quits for this purpose, meaning those who need and want a system that's simple to use, that's not all that technical, I would skip Craft. I can't say it's not a good tool and platform and the code base isn't good. I don't know. I didn't review it for that purpose. I reviewed it for the purpose of building a relatively simple website, landing page, a couple pages here and there. Is this something that we could use in our toolbox? Am I going to switch my agency to this? And the answer right now is no. It's probably overkill. It's probably too technical for anyone out there who just needs something simple when there are so many other options. Obviously, WordPress is my first choice still, but even, if somebody wants a Squarespace or Wix or Weebly, it's just much easier that way. So, short and sweet answer, interesting, technical, and overkill for this project. And that's the thing. You want to make sure you use the right tool for the right project. And this is not that for that, in my opinion. So, as I said earlier, you can run it yourself on your own server. The requirements are PHP 7 and above. I think they really want 7.4, MySQL 5.5, or PostgRE SQL 9.5 plus. You can also have someone host it for you. And actually, I think Craft will even host it for you. They have some pricing on their pricing page. There's a free plan with free forever called Solo. There's a $299 a year for the first year, then $50 on the Pro. They have Craft Commerce pricing at $199 a project, the Pro level at $1,000, and then yearly. It's pretty real self-explanatory what they offer there. So check that out if you're interested. I'm not moving anyone. I can't really, in my space and what we do, and for the clients we don't take, it wouldn't be an option. I wouldn't refer any one of my clients to go from us non-using WordPress to that platform, personally, not right now. So, there you have it. All right, moving on. Segment 3, tip and tool of the week. That is onetimesecret.com. It's a website where you can actually share with people. I have clients who send me emails all the time with username and passwords. And I'm like, oh, don't do that, please. It's so terrible. Such a terrible practice. So I'm trying to get people to start using other tools. I'm testing out onetimesecret.com. And I believe Sally, my PM, she uses it. I think it was her that told me about it. Anyway, anyway, so check that out. Don't email people your passwords. Just don't do it. So anyway, so use a service like One Time Secret. It's free, and there you go. All right, wrapping it up here. If you have any questions, go ahead, send it in via email, adam@kitchensinkwp.com, or use that SpeakPipe function on the website. You can support the show, become a Patreon. You can sponsor the show like iThemes. Again, thanks to them for sponsoring this week. There's a form on the website for that too. Thanks so much for listening. Now go out and do some awesome things with WordPress. See you next week. Bye-bye.